Good afternoon, my crafty friends. This is Debbie with the Yarn Market, and today is Use Your Scraps. So I just pulled out from my box that I have some scraps that I like, and this does have some that mixed media paste on it. It's kind of dry. Just gonna go ahead and go with it. Music page, map page, the ledger page. This is from a printable. Apparently I was using something to write on there. Just some line paper. It's copy dyed. This is a different font. This is from a school book. And yeah, this is from the a garden book. Atlas page, a book page, music page, inside of a security envelope. This is just like a scrapbooking piece of paper. Book page, atlas, yeah, kind of all the same. So yeah, I just thought I would, I'm using a white piece of cardstock. It's not as heavy as that other one I have. I just wanted to see if I liked it on here any better. I'll just go ahead and use a glue stick. Hopefully you guys can see that. You probably can't see the edges really well. But I am just, this big envelope's kind of nice because when I do the edges here, it doesn't, run off. So let's see. Just start over here. It's got to start someplace, right? So how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. I always, like to start my day with some collaging. I'm thinking maybe just to use like the big pieces and not tear it too much. That'll just, however they are, and just put them on there. I mean, I don't know. I just thought, well, gotta change it up a little bit, right? It might on camera look like I'm not doing the whole page when I am. In there. This is the page that I'm doing. I know the white background is probably not helpful. Let's see. This is more like, this isn't a lot of color is what I'm trying to say. But I can always add color. Oh, that has more print on it. I kind of like that. And I'll just, whatever's hanging off below, I will definitely, just cut that off. Make sure, yeah, I went over. Now this is a irregular piece, which I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use. I'll just get that on there. This probably is going to be really quick because a lot of these pieces are like larger than, if you cut them or rip them. But I just kind of wanted to change up the, collaging and just see what I end up with. Maybe I should add some color. There's that big blue piece too in there. I think I kind of want that in the background. I have some okay, those holes are not going to be in the way. But I do want some, if that's going to show, I do want that. I want the roughage. And then I can put smaller pieces on top if I need to or choose to. I like to go with that straight edge up there. That just gives you, you know, like I said, these bigger pieces, they'll have a little bit different look. Make sure we got some glue under there. Put some more fuzz on there. Get rid of that. I'll go in with some green now. This one has a different look to it too. I am all going, you know, I am going all vertically. I realize that. But again, I can always, you know, cut this apart and do it a different way. But see, even with these big pieces, you know, I can cover up. Like that blue's not so in your face now. Piece of something on there. Oh, that was that. Mixed media paste. And like I said, if you don't hit all of the edges, I try to, but you know, I'll go in with that latex. Just make sure everything's down good. It gives it a little bit of a finish. So if you do go in with paint or inks or anything like that, it doesn't soak in. I don't know if you guys have ever used any of that before. Now I'm going to try and I was just seeing which side I liked better. I didn't want a whole lot of glue on top. I guess it doesn't really matter if I do get glue on top, right? I do have a lot of little tails down here. I will get those trimmed up. We can go in with more blue. Now see, I'm like tempted to start ripping. Oh, I like that. Which I am going to cut some of this off or rip some of this off just because. Bring up all the gray. That envelope. So I think I'll do it right here. This is probably a lot quicker. You know, when you don't have smaller pieces, just you need to do a quick collage. This would be great, right? Quick collage. It's a good way to really use up those scraps because, you know, when you're trimming and cutting more, just, you know, you're creating more scraps like I just did. Again, is what's sticking to the page. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. I have a little tiny area up there. I didn't use any of the page, did I? It's a good time to use some of the book page that I have there. I do want the whole thing covered though. You know, I liked using that magazine page, but it was kind of, it wasn't the same size. I was having a hard time with it. And then I got it all cockeyed and everything. It was not working out. So I just thought, well, maybe it's not a good idea. Let's see, where did I have another small piece? There's another book page I can put down here. It's just a little bit is down there showing. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera or not, but just gonna get another piece on there. This actually has some color on it. I don't know if you can see that. It's really faint and light. Now I'll just go off of the page, and that way I know I got those edges covered up. Yeah, and then too, like in some of these areas, I can go in and that doesn't have any glue under it. So probably should use some liquid glue just so I can get the glue under there. Oops, not on top. And like I said, that just happens when you know, with the glue stick, you really can't, sometimes you can't see where it's going. I know, what's that brand? Uses the purple, but it's not a permanent glue. That's the reason I don't use it. I don't think I need any more green. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. I did this on the last one I did off camera. This one here, this was the last one I did. And then I realized the magazine page was showing there. And I don't know, I found this in that music page and I just cut it out and just put it on there. So it was funny. Oh, because there's colors, you know, underneath. It's not like this is white. So I think I'll do that again too and just put that, you know, across here just to add a little bit more interest. I don't know if this will tear very nicely. We'll try. Okay, it's going to tear good this way. Will it tear? Yeah, not too bad, huh? Not too bad at all. And then I can just kind of go across there and it looks like, oh, you know, there's something there. But who knows how this is going to be all cut up. You know, when I make my either pockets or journaling cards, postcards, tags. I mean, whatever, you know, I decide to make out of this. But then, like I said, the bigger pieces, it kind of starts breaking it up with the smaller ones. So, let's see here. This is a little strange here, but like I said, you know, probably should just go ahead and leave it alone. Let's see if there's anything interesting that I want to put there. I don't think so. I think I've used pretty much everything. There's a little book page and everything. Yeah, you guys see, that was super quick. I'm going to go ahead and move this now. So maybe you guys get a little bit better look. Turn this up. Like I said, there's nothing, it's nothing spectacular. Some collaging with scraps, which my box is going down a little bit. So probably until I do some other specific theme, you know, it'll stay down. And I do start, you know, putting things in the recycling bin. Because you just, you know, you'll get too much. I don't, you know, I don't believe I'll be using that. I like the white. I can actually see better with these different, even the kind of cream colors. Like this, oh gosh, I cut right into it, didn't I? This cardstock here is a less expensive cardstock, so it's not as heavy. So even if I wanted to make it heavier, I can. Or maybe even copy paper, you know, would work too instead of the magazine page. Like I said, I was just trying to use up magazine pages. And then too, I don't know if you guys have seen the weaving, like you can weave the paper too. I usually get all confused when I weave. I don't know, do you guys weave your papers? Okay, this has got some of that on there. You know, I think I'm gonna try to take that off. It's not gonna come off, so it doesn't want to stick down. So let's see here. We can just go in with another piece of something. Doesn't really matter what. Is that big enough? No, but it'll be big enough this way. So let's go this way. It's like I use everything and anything sometimes too for the mixed media. Then it's like I pick it up thinking it's just a scrap. And it gets in my way. There we go. Got another scrap we used. I just had to get that off of there. Not being very... That would probably get in the way, like for sewing or something like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and there we go, you guys. There's another Use Your Scraps. Hope you enjoyed it. Nothing spectacular, but you guys go and do your collaging, your junk journaling, whatever crafting project you have going. Maybe share what kind of crafting project you have. Until next time, you guys, happy crafting. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.